The eclipse is coming. A week today?
Yeah, driving in today. I'm driving along the 404 to the DVP, and one of those overhead signs is, you know, the eclipse on April the 8th. And it was like work from home. I forget what was the word they said. Please, teleport. Was it
Not teleport.
teleport? Telework?
Teleport is also handy that day.
Telework.
Teleport.
Telework. I was like,
I've never heard that before.
What is
No.
telework?
Yeah.
What is that?
I guess you're
Telework?
working by telephone?
Telework?
Don't work in person.
Wow.
Well, listen, however you're doing next week, there's a lot to consider here. So the latest, and we mentioned a few times already today, Niagara Falls has prematurely issued a state of emergency ahead of a solar eclipse a week from today. The total solar eclipse will be the first to touch the province since 1979, and Niagara Falls was declared by National Geographic to be one of the best places to see it. According to Canada's Department of Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness, an emergency is, quote, a present or imminent event that requires quick action to protect the health, safety, and welfare of people and to limit damage to property or environment, end of statement. But please, come to Niagara Falls and enjoy it. Declaring a city state of emergency lets cities maximize their ability to act. Look, you can just get money easier that way. And municipalities do it across North America for storms and whatnot. Like, it's way more common than we realize. The mayor of Niagara Falls expects more than 1 million visitors a week from today, staring up safely into the sky, enjoying this thing. He said it would be the largest single-day spike in tourism in the city's history. Niagara Falls typically get 14 million tourists per year. Pardon me, Frank.
They've also scheduled a concert series, and the reason why they've scheduled a concert series around this is that way people, once it ends, won't all leave at the same time. So the concert series is going to go right after the eclipse, so that way people will hopefully hang around, so you won't be able to, like some of the emergency services to get around that area would be the greatest concern. You're probably wondering, like, what's going to go on weather-wise? So it'll be light during the day. Actually, it'd be dark during the day that day, too. No, that's my classic line. Right now, it looks like it's going to be a mix of sun and cloud. It's too early to say. Temperature's around 12 degrees, so an ideal day for that. The total eclipse is when the moon passes between the sun and the earth. I did a little bit of a board here for you guys.
Oh, look at that friendly emoji.
Look at that. But those are not the proper glasses that you should be wearing out there. So Niagara Falls, when in totality, where where everything will be covered, will have a 3-minute duration. It's going to start approximately about 2 in the afternoon, ends at about 4:30. But the peak time will be between 3:20 in the afternoon and 3:23. The next time that we're going to see something like this is 2039.
2039. Mayor, where do you stand on the great eclipse of 2024?
The total eclipse of the heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the sanity.
Or the sanity. Sure. I mean, we've been talking about this for quite a while, leading up to it with multiple different implications. The first one really came with schools. And canceling schools, switching schools, all of that. And at that point, we kind of thought, what the heck is this? And now it's really moved into a tourism boost. And I think for that part of it, go nuts, because look, our tourism industry has had a huge hit in the past few years. So look, if we're in the path and people want to flock to us and National Geographic is saying, hey, come on down, I think come on down. Just don't go to the washroom between 3:20 and 3:23. You'll miss the whole thing. Yeah. Right? Those are important
It's just going to be
3 minutes.
dark. It'll be dark at that period of time.
Right.
The whole process of it covering over is kind of fun. It's like we were talking. You were asking, well, what was that other thing?
Well, this is the only thing with this is that, you know, I feel like I've looked up a few times in my life. You know what I mean? I feel like I've looked up. I've seen something. I haven't seen something else. Yeah. I've seen a strawberry moon. I've seen there are a lot of things that people talk about. Oh, this is only going to happen at this one moment in the entire history of humankind. So I feel like I've tried to look up at some things, but this is a different thing.
Those were partial eclipses.
Partials.
This is totality. This is a full. So we get sometimes partials.
It's full of something.
Right.
Yeah.
So Sid, come on, you're
Sid.
So just so
you're
I'm
bubbling.
Okay. I want to go through this from the start and correct me if I'm wrong at any point.
Okay.
So school boards say can't have kids in.
Right.
It's dangerous for the drive home. It's dangerous for the kids looking up. We don't want that to happen.
Well, because if you do look at that time period, I mean, that is literally pick up,
That's
drop
pick up,
off.
drop,
You know,
right.
Yeah.
So,
I get that.
But I'm also assuming not everyone is going to be in Niagara Falls for this event.
That's just the reason why Niagara Falls, it's the line.
No, for sure.
So if you look at the perfect line, and that's where you get the longer duration of 3 minutes. That's why Niagara Falls.
Right.
We're going to see it all over the other places.
100%.
But that Niagara
Because
escarpment
of
line.
the sky. Yeah, okay.
It's a big sky.
Yeah.
So, but it's okay for people to be on the QEW driving to Niagara Falls in the lead up to this event when most of the school boards in the province, like, I'm not kidding, like, most of the school boards in the province say, don't be on the road. Doug Ford has not said a thing about being on the road. I don't think he knows it's happening. But now everyone wants to shut the schools down. But Niagara Falls wants us to bring the kids, after shutting the schools down, make sure it's okay to drive to Niagara Falls, set up shop in a hotel room that's jacked up 3 times the normal rate to safely watch this full eclipse take place. And now a state of emergency has been issued to release the funds to make sure everything's okay.
Everyone's safe.
Are we? Is this Frank? Is this a safe thing or not? What's your take on how this is being handled? Because I'm seeing people suck and blow at the same time here on the story.
Mixed messages.
There's a lot of mixed messaging on this. And quite frankly, I think it's time to call some people out on it. I think this is getting ridiculous. Is this safe or not?
Kind of reminds me of Y2K. You know, when everybody thought everything was just, all the computers were going to shut down and everybody was freaking out and all those kind of things. Is it going to be safe? You know, you should never look up at the sun at any time. So, number one. Number two, we'll have to see what happens that day. And we'll have lots to talk about on April the 9th.
Or we'll have nothing to talk about on April the 9th.
Yeah,
because it is one of those things where we,
yeah.
collectively, we humans do a good job at spinning stuff into, here it all is, almost like a snow day, potentially, like, it's
And
coming,
then
it's going to all
you don't want to
happen.
miss out.
And it sort of doesn't really happen the way we think it's going to go. Sid, I'm assuming you are not looking up.
I want to know who's going to Niagara Falls. I would love to know. I don't know.
Do you know anyone going to Niagara Falls for this?
I don't.
Kev, do you know anyone going to Niagara Falls? There's a ton of people apparently going, but
I don't know
have
anybody.
No idea.
Later this week, we've got a segment on other places you can enjoy.
Other places you can enjoy.
Later this week on BT. Other places outside Niagara Falls to enjoy it.
Yeah, because the sky's big.
The sky's big. Again, it's not going to be a cloudy day based on what you're seeing right now.
Right now, it looks like we're going to have a visibility to see totality.
I don't want to be that guy, but this story's getting so weird. Rooting for a cloudy day. I'm rooting for a cloudy day. Just to shut it down.
Go Jays, go.
Have a season opener that day.
Yeah.
And we'll be live at Rogers Center,
Jays, go.
where we can't see the sky. The roof will be closed that morning. I don't know about the game. We'll see about the game, but our roof will be closed. All right. To be continued on this. Frankie, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a break. Tammy's got news coming up. Also, it's been well over a decade since the Ballroom Bowl opened up on John Street. And now there's a brand new location in Yorkville. Woo-hoo.
Woo.
Coming up at 7:40, our good friend Rodney Bowers will be live from the Ballroom Bowl showing us around this luxurious venue. 7-10 split. More BT coming up.